Most of these are all identified as well, all written on the back.
Crazy.
Like this one's 1890.
My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that I can buy and flip for a profit. I'm the Crazy Wife Lady, and welcome to my channel.
Okay, well, we are in a box truck today because we have to go over to an auction house and pick up a mid-century hutch.
Martinsville furniture, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it is Martinsville, to replace a piece that we sold out of our booth. So that's why we're in a box truck. But anyway, today we're going to head into the shop and we're going to do picking through boxes a little bit, our recent auction winnings. Yeah, and then we're going to go to the auction and pick up that beautiful piece of furniture. And your...
Oh yeah, my needlepoint that I forgot to grab yesterday that I set up against the table. Trying to remember to grab it, and then I left and I was already like 15 minutes away. I was like, screw it, I gotta go get the furniture tomorrow, so I'll just get it. It's massive. It's a big 1933 World's Fair needlepoint, but it's got zeppelins and planes and all kinds of oh, it's absolutely stunning.
He's very excited about it.
I really am, especially since I only paid $35 for it.
Can't beat that. So we'll show you guys that when we get to the auction house later, but first we're going to head into the shop and go through boxes. So, here we go.
How was this done? What is that one?
That's a CDV, a carte de viste, cabinet card.
You're going to scare people.
I mean, it's
a
thing.
It's a post-mortem.
People did that.
Are these post-mortem babies?
No, these are not, but I saw that one in this lot, and I think I got the lot for 25 or 35 bucks.
Look, this is cryptic writing, because no one can read cursive
I
anymore.
know, right?
And these
They're
are
actually
cool,
teaching
too.
the kids at school.
I hope so.
Because
they are.
Most of these are all identified as well, all written on the
That's
back. Like this one's
crazy.
That is
1890.
crazy.
Oh, look at it.
Just laid out.
Laid out. The wording,
It says
too.
on the back, that's what I'm saying.
So
That's
this is
sad.
all her family in these pictures.
And that was all like in one lot.
Yeah,
And that was an auction.
yeah, that was
And they had the family's name on it, though.
Is she in any of these other ones?
I didn't see her in any of the other ones.
I mean,
But-
they didn't preserve them the same. Maybe she didn't look the same.
That might be
Look
her.
at
No.
that.
That lady's got a cleft palate.
Oh.
I wonder how long it took these photos. Like, because the people don't look happy, but
looks
they
like
were
the
sitting
twins
for
Oh
from
my
that movie.
God, The Shining.
I was going to say, it's from the movie.
The Shining.
That's a lot of photos.
Look at that.
I know. Look how beautiful her dress
This
is.
was.
And how
Granny's-
angry she probably was because she had the dress like that
This
every
was
day.
Granny's sister and stepsister.
Is that what it says?
That's what it says.
Stepsister, really?
Yeah.
Probably a husband or a wife died. And
Annie Price, Granny's stepsister. Dot Bowers, Granny's sister.
Is this her?
That might be her.
Oh, yeah, that kind of looks like her. Grandma Bowers, that's what it says.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, Haruski. Grandmother Amanda Haruski. I don't know, but these. I don't know. I don't know. Something about old photographs I like. So this hat belonged to a Civil War soldier. This was a GAR hat. So it's got a little side button that says GAR, Grand Army of the Republic. That was like the veterans organization after the Civil War. And this is 455. Is probably the lodge number. So this belonged to a veteran of the American Civil War.
And how much you know about it?
I know, right?
And I can't believe that they didn't buck up on this because this is a cool piece.
That's really neat.
Yeah. So this is probably about 1870s, 1880s, no later than turn of the century. So they had this listed wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They had it listed as A.L. Daggett. It's A.S. Daggett. He was actually at Gettysburg. He was at multiple other major battles, but he's got a pretty cool history behind him too.
So you got some good stuff at auction this week.
Yeah.
You're such a little boy when it comes to stuff.
I know. He gets so excited.
I love how much you know about it. Like,
There's so much more I don't know though.
I can't imagine.
There's a lot of stuff I don't know.
All I know is I got 2 bittersweet vases, and I'm really excited about them.
They're giant.
They're giant. I thought they were a little bit
Yeah.
smaller, but I think I think these are now my that one's at least my largest. All right, well here are all my bittersweet vases that I have here at the shop. I have more at home, but these two are the newest ones. And it's kind of looking like this guy is now the winner of being the tallest. But I have an obsession with bittersweet. It's not, you know, it's a thing. I have a lot of it at my house too. I'm not selling these. I'm keeping these, at least for a little while. You know, we consider our collection revolving. So eventually I might decide to sell them, but they're beautiful all together, aren't they? All right, so I made another mistake with not looking at the size of things, because these are way bigger than I thought they were going to be. I purchased these two pieces at auction, thinking they were a lot smaller. They're made by Guipar, made in Italy. They have all the paperwork here. They've got gold on them. They're really nice. However, I think they're going to end up probably being booth pieces because they're super thin and that's terrifying to ship. I also bought this thing, and I'm not really sure exactly what it is. Signed. I think it's a man carrying an umbrella, possibly. All right, so Dina was able to figure this out, and you said it was a Louisiana artist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a Mardi Gras thing. Mardi Gras parade. Yeah, I really like it. It's folk art. It's pretty cool. Thank you, Tina.
Yeah.
So far, there's really only one item to go on the shelves. It's Nippon.
Okie dokie. That's very pretty.
Isn't it very pretty? All right, let's see what else we got in this box. Apparently, I bought some hat pins. Those must have been an extra. Another hand-painted Nippon piece, possibly a nut dish. Well, I switched to actually emptying 3 boxes here onto the table because it's just easier and you guys are able to see things better. So we've got some stuff, and I kind of have it separated here. This stuff on this side is kind of extras that I really wasn't all that excited about, that I'll probably end up either in the booth or in a box by the door to be dealt with. I know a lot of you love the depression glass. It's just sometimes hard to get good prices for it when we're running auction. Also, I'm just noticing now that this piece has a chip on it. So I'll get to that stuff last, but I wanted to start over on this side of the table because this is the stuff that I was excited about. We still have, I think, 4 more boxes over there, which I'll load up the table after we're done here. We've got this piece. This is a Fostoria heirloom. A lot of people call this Fenton by mistake, but it is Fostoria heirloom, as is this. You can see the opalescent on the edges and the way it's pulled. I used to collect this, so I have a soft spot for it, obviously. Over here, this is also Fostoria. However, this is called bittersweet. Fostoria bittersweet, which is different than the bittersweet faces you saw earlier. So this is another form of bittersweet glass. We've got a Fenton plate here. This one is dated in 1979. It's got deer on it. It's a winter scene. This one made it into this pile. This one, unfortunately, made it into this pile because those aren't super desirable. So I just wasn't quite sure. We wanted to spend time listing it on eBay. But over here, we've got this Van Brugel. Yep, Van Brugel pitcher. We've got some carnival glass over here, and I love how deep the iridescence is, but you can see there that it is a cobalt base. Very heavy iridescence on that. These 2 pitchers, I really like the shape of it, but I'm not sure who makes those. They both have lids. There's no clear markings on the bottom. We have 2 Viking bud vases with their original stickers. These are Amberina. You can see the red and the yellow there. Amber, I should say. The combination of the 2 colors makes Amberina. Here in the front, this piece, I don't know what it is, but I saw it. and I thought that it was potentially something good. So I bought this. It is marked on the bottom. You can maybe see it there. I could not figure it out. I'm not sure. It's just, it might be in another language actually. It might be Cyrillic. Because I wasn't really sure about that, but I just loved the design of it. I like the blue and the purple, so I bought this without knowing what it was, but I thought it was great. We've got 2 hat pin holders here. This one is Nippon, and that one is also Nippon. These are both extra in a lot, but I think they're worth selling, so they're in this pile. This is a Home Guard bowl. I've actually bought and sold this before, so I recognized it and I knew what it was. This one is a little bit larger than previous bowls we have sold, but I believe it's still shippable and worth shipping because it's a really nice smoky glass. And we have this little Nippon piece with that enamel, and it's just absolutely adorable. I really like this piece. We sold one similar to this not too long ago, and I think we made about 60 bucks on it. And so I saw that and thought, you know what, I think I need that. Then we have this, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. It is marked on the bottom with a number, and I like the figural face on it. Not sure what it is. Unfortunately, there is a chip there I didn't realize, but I don't know, it's a very curious piece. My curiosity earned it a place on this side of the table. And then, lastly, this beautiful thing. I shouldn't hold my hand over the owl on the top. This is just absolutely stunning. And when I first saw it, it really didn't have many bids, and then it went up. And I think I ended up paying $100 for this. The comps I found were upwards of $200, so I felt like I could still make money on it, but I absolutely love it. It's marked B. Stein, 1996, and it's carved from a horn. I'm just like looking, Dina and I were looking at this, and I'm like, I wonder how big the animal was that had this horn, because that's kind of crazy. But yeah, so that's really what we have on this side of the table, and all of this stuff will be listed on eBay. On this side of the table, I did show you the depression glass. We've got this shaker set with these dragons. Unfortunately, one of the inserts is missing. It does come with this little condiment piece here, but I feel like with the insert missing on that, it's really not worth it. Little black glass. I suspect this would have had a lid because there is a little bit of a lip there, but I could be wrong. This piece would have had a lid. It's carnival glass. It looks like, yeah, I don't know if that's a green base color or amber. I'm struggling a little with that. These 2 pieces here, this is Daisy and Buttons pattern. You can see that there. It's also amberina with the amber and the red. We've got the silver overlay vase. And the Fenton plate. So the reason I have these items over here is because when I look at them, you know, I see maybe $10 to $12 on this, $10 to $12 on this, and they do add up. You know, the small sales do add up, but we have overhead, and it's not really worth it to me to pay somebody to list it and to pay somebody to ship it, because when all that's said and done, I'm not really making a whole lot of money on it. So these are items that will either go to the flea market, go to the parking sale whenever that happens. But yeah, so these items will get whisked away. But I'm going to empty some more boxes on the table and show you what else we got. I did want to show you this lot right here. These are cats Meow. I come across them a lot of the time at Goodwill, but I had to pick them up for the right price for them to be worthwhile, because they don't sell for a whole lot, but they're still good when grouped together. This entire lot, all of these pieces, was $5, and there's a lot of pieces here. So for a decent sized lot, I can usually get 20 to 25 for them, depending on which pieces are in there. So this was definitely worth it for $5. But you can see a little black cat there, and they're in good condition. Sometimes I find them and they're damaged there on the bottom. Those ones are good. So let's get to the table. This is the remainder of everything. I think. There's still 2 more boxes over there, but I think they're from a previous week. So we're just going to go through this stuff. And if I have time, I'll pull the rest of it out. Otherwise, we'll save it for another day. But there's some good stuff here. I'm really kind of excited about it. Obviously, this is just an applied glass vase. It's blue. This one has a reticulated edge, and it is hand-painted. It's a beautiful hand-painted design. There are no markings on the bottom except for that. P, maybe? I don't know. But I thought it was a really pretty piece because it is hand-painted. It wasn't extra, but I decided to stick it out on the table. This is an Amberina rose bowl, I think. A lot of the times you see them without this scalloping, and they would have had a frog that would sit on top. But since this one has scalloped edges, I don't believe that this one would have had a floral frog on top. So we've got that. And then we have paperweights. I pick up paperweights when pretty much all the time. What am I saying? I usually almost always pick up paperweights. These ones were interesting because they looked to have good quality about them, and a lot of them are signed. So this one is signed here on the bottom. I'm not sure. It looks like Eric something. I just love the orange and the blue in that. I thought that was amazing. Oh, this one is marked on the bottom as well. St. Clair. A lot of the times I find the St. Clair pieces and they have these trumpet flowers with the bubbles in them. This is a Millefiori style. It is marked made in Italy, KB. You could just see the clarity of it. And that's a sign of good glass. The clarity. I've also got this piece here. This one is Asian. And it has Asian characters on the bottom. So I'm not really sure. It says new workshop and then some Asian characters. But this one is just absolutely beautiful. Now we've got this. This is a swan, a covered dish. There are no markings on it. It is glass. It's a satin glass. We have this. I liked this piece. It's got this light iridescence to it. It's green. It's, you know, just a vase. Back here we have a piece from Czechoslovakia. If I can turn it without dropping it. You can see it's marked Czechoslovakia there on the bottom. There is a little bit of chipping there around the edge, but it's not terrible. This swan is extremely heavy. And I didn't see any markings on the bottom. But it seems to be a quality made piece. This apple, unfortunately, was probably a perfume, and it is missing its stopper. The vase here, this had a sticker on it at one point, but the sticker is long gone. Now this is another piece that I think may be attributed to the same company or person, and it is marked here. You can see the Asian characters on that. I mean, this glass is absolutely beautiful. I've got this guy, BPOE. I don't know what that stands for, but it is a carnival glass paperweight. And then we have the carnival glass. This is a holly and berry design. Cobalt blue glass. Absolutely love this piece. If I didn't have so much carnival in my own collection, that would be one I would be tempted to keep. This is a raise. Just a raised powder, and amethyst is the base. You can see it there. Then we have these two candles. These were so weird. I thought, you know what? Those are different. It almost looks like a three-fingered hand. And I expected there to be some sort of marking on them, but I don't see any marking at all. I think they're just like crazy. So weird. There's a pair of them, and they seem to be in good condition. They're just funky and they're different. We've got some glass back here. This has has kind of a interesting finish on it. It has koi fish. I'm not seeing any signatures on it. If I had to guess, I would say it's maybe Consolidated Glass Company, but I'm not positive about that. That is a guess. I didn't do any research on it. Here we have a tobacco jar. This was an extra, and I was hoping a lid would turn up, but we don't have a lid for it, so we've got 2 Fostoria heirloom pieces. This is a melon vase, possibly Fenton. Crystalline vase here, beautiful crystalline. I actually have 2 different sizes by the same maker. I don't know if I showed the one earlier, but we have 2 of these. Now this is Mexican folk art, and it is signed on the bottom, Gemma Taco, Fred Sexton. That one's easier. There is a little bit of chipping there, but it is paper mache. So it's not pottery, it's paper mache. And it's just a curious piece. I like that. Here we have I guess a crimped bowl. I'm not sure, this could be Jefferson glass. Again, this is all speculation because I literally just pulled it out of the boxes. Oh, we've got an owl. We sold a frog a while back. A little frog that was very similar to this on a rock. And so I saw that and thought that was interesting. And then we have this jadeite vase, which I think was attributed to McKee. Again, I'm just kind of spitballing here. Unfortunately, there's a hole in the bottom. Andrew and I both assume that somebody may have attempted to turn this into a lamp at one point. But even with the damage, you know, the last one we sold had a giant chip on it. I still think we could do okay with this. It does glow under black light. We have a little bit more bittersweet, a little compote. Not sure yet if I'm going to sell this or not, or add it to my collection. And then this piece. This is extremely heavy. And I didn't see, wait, maybe there is a marking there on the corner. Maybe it's just a scratch. It's an extremely heavy cobalt blue vase. When I saw the pictures, I thought maybe it could be Blanco, but I'm not certain. It's just very heavy, and I love that color. It's not even really cobalt. It's kind of has a purple tint to it. We have this little guy, which could be Murano. It's kind of submerged, so you can see the 2 layers of glass. There's a green and a teal encased in clear. Nice dish. And then this one is all Bollicante, all those little controlled bubbles. Then we've got the little cordials, this little guy, and I believe this is also Mexico. It's not marked though. So, there you go. There's the haul. I think that covers everything. I can't tell you how excited I am about these paperweights though. I'm actually really excited to figure out more about these. Alright, well Angela is going to be happy tomorrow when she comes in and discovers that I've bought more jewelry. Her job is never ending. You can see I went a little crazy with the rings. Lots and lots of rings. I already took this one out. I really like that. I'm not even sure if it's citrine or not, but it is sterling, so I can wear it. We've got so many rings in here. Here's one of the bracelets we got. I'm absolutely obsessed. You know, actually, I don't think it's going to come off my wrist after that. This is merch JRI Mexico. Looks like it's got turquoise, it's sterling silver. So this thing that I was overly unexcited about.
It's a good piece.
You've looked it up.
So the Val St. Lambert, it's the presidential seal. So it looks like, from what I can tell, that they did different coasters and paperweights for different inaugurations. This one matches the coaster from the Ronald Reagan inauguration. So this is most likely a Ronald Reagan period paperweight.
Sweet.
And the Obama one sold for $50, but there's no other. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's a Ronald Reagan that sold for. This is a little different. That one sold for $225.
Holy smokes!
So this
one is impossible.
Now,
this one's impossible to find, though.
Now this one here, this one's got a different design on it, but I don't see this being a $225 piece, but it's still probably at least a $50 to $75 piece.
That's pretty sweet.
So yeah, no, that's a cool piece. I like that. It's got some schmutz on it that we have to clean off, but it comes right off. But yeah, that's presidential seal. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, that could be a good piece.
And I just discounted it. I'm like, it's not pretty enough. Next.
So this is going to be a 1980s Ronald Reagan presidential Val St. Lambert crystal paperweight.
Perfect.
Isn't that thing epic?
That is really cool.
Century of Progress, Chicago, 1933. Zeppelins. Mm-hmm. Airplanes. It's just so cool.
It is really cool.
Yeah. You want to put it on his back, slide it in?
Yeah, we can do that. Let me put a pad down.
Okay.
And we can just do that, yeah.
Let me just lift. There you go.
Josh, can you hold here?
Sure. All right, well, we got all the way here. I realized I forgot my coat in my car. It's so cold and windy out. But we got the hutch in the back. We got the tapestry. Everything else Andrew picked up yesterday, so that's the stuff that you saw spread out on the table. We had to come back today to get this. So it fit. It looks amazing. It's better in person than I thought it was. So I'm really excited about it. On a from
It's cold out there.
I know. So we're gonna get that in our booth, probably over at Carlisle Antique Mall, like I said, to replace the piece we sold, which was also American.
Martinsville.
Martinsville. It was also Martinsville. I can't talk. But we're gonna get out of here now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, coming along with us, and we'll see all of you tomorrow. So long.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. In case you spotted something you just can't live without, we do post 25 to 30 new items in our eBay shop every single day, and I've posted a link to that down in the description.